Hey, what's up guys? Tim here. So I got another quick tutorial for you today. We're learning about Paracord Fids and how to use them and set them up. So in one of my previous videos, some of you saw this in the thumbnail, and this is an upcoming video that will be uploaded after this one, most likely. And it's just the Cobra stitch with the stair step stitching done with a 275 tactical cord. Get into that later. Anyways, wanted to show you how to use a fid because you'll need one of these to do that project. And if in case you're unfamiliar with a fid, it's just a very simple kind of stainless steel or sometimes brass rod, I guess you can call it. It's pointed on one end. It's not sharp, but it's it's slightly pointed and just rounded on the end. And on this end, it's hollow. And I'm going to try to see if we can get the camera to focus on it. But yeah, you can see in the middle there, inside the hollowed out section, it's threaded. So what that allows you to do is to attach your end of the paracord to this hollow end, and then you can lace it through Cobra stitch bracelets or whatever bracelet you're working with, right? And sometimes these come with an extension. So as you can see, this end goes into here, like that. And now you've got a longer fid should you need it, but we're not going to need that today. You can get them in multiple, most paracord stores. They're quite inexpensive. I'll see if I can put some links down below on where you can get them. I got mine from paracordstore.com. All right, so let's get into how to attach the paracord to this. Right, so to start, you'll need your fid and your piece of paracord. I've just got a random scrap here. And now, as you can see, what I've done ahead of time is I've cut my paracord on a slight angle, so it's somewhat pointed. So what we're going to do next is we're going to melt the end of the paracord, and then we're going to, you're basically going to screw the fid onto the melted paracord, because that will be molten like paracord, and then when you screw it on, the threads will kind of catch and melt or cool onto the fid, and it'll be nicely locked in. Okay, so I got my lighter here. So now I'm just going to torch my paracord here. You don't want it to go too crazy. You don't want it to melt into like a ball, but you just want to melt it slightly like that. And then we're going to screw this in, and you can actually continue to screw it in quite a bit. So I hope that was clear. I was kind of looking off camera because I don't want to do this behind the screen. I don't want to burn myself or anything, but as you can see, all I did was I torched the end slightly, and then as the paracord was still molten, I just kind of began rotating the fid onto the molten plastic part. Okay, and then now it's nice and secure. So now there is a limit. You can't yank this super hard, and it still will come off. So do be careful when you're lacing. There's nothing more frustrating than when you're doing a lacing project and then it just comes out and you got to reattach it. So don't use an extreme amount of force, but you can still tug pretty hard. It's not going to come out, right? So that's how to just lace the regular 550 cord. And now I'd like to show you how to attach the 275 cord to this, or the micro cord. Okay, so now we've got our piece of 550 paracord attached to the fid. We can attach our 275 cord to this piece here, because as you can see, the 275 is quite thin compared to the 550, and if you're using micro cord, it's even thinner, and it's not going to bite into these threads here because it's too thin, right? So what you're going to do now is attach these two together, then you can lace with the 275 or your micro cord. Okay, so I've got this end snipped off here, and yeah, I'm just going to take my lighter to it, and then I'm just going to melt this in and put them together, fuse them together. All right. So this one's a little tricky. It may take you a few tries, but just do what you can. I'm gonna melt this in nicely, like that. And then now I'm going to put that end in. Then really quickly and carefully. Yeah, see, it's be very careful. It's hot. I did kind of lick my fingers first. Don't do that unless you're you got thick skin like me. What you can really do is have a little dish of water and just dip your fingers in the water and then rub it. That will really help. Okay, so as you can see now, our tactical cord, 275 cord, is attached to our 550. We can do some lacing now. Now do be careful. As you can see here, this fused end here, see how there's a little bump there? That can get in the way of your weaving, so sometimes you might want to take your lighter again and just melt it down and smooth it out with you know, like a pen, or if you're really careful with your fingers. Okay, but that's about it. So I've got my fid set up with some 550 here. If I was just doing lacing with 550, or if I needed to get it through, you know, sometimes when you need to tuck the paracord underneath a certain end, you might use that. And then if you're doing a lacing project, like the one I'm going to show you guys soon, you can attach it this way. Alright, so that's about it. Hope you guys found this tutorial useful. I think it will be useful because one of my upcoming projects does involve using this technique. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them down below. Do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. And if you haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe. That would really help me out. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next video.